How you guys doing? I'm Desmond with Combs Premier Realty Group, and in this video I want to discuss with you guys my top 5 rent-to-own, lease-to-own programs in Georgia and Florida going into 2023. Okay guys, let's jump right into it. So my number 5 rent-to-own program in 2023, we're gonna go with Pathway Homes. Now Pathway Homes is fairly new to me. I came across this program about 6 months ago. I haven't had the opportunity to actually use it with one of my clients yet, but I really like what I see as far as how their business is structured. And so they're just not available everywhere. If you're in Georgia, you can only use this program in Atlanta. And if you're in Florida, Orlando and Tampa is the only place you can use this program. So they're fairly new to the space down here in Central Florida. So I really haven't had a chance to really use it and get into the back office to see how it is as far as getting people approved and getting them through the process. But as far as what I see and what I read in their back office, everything looks pretty good. There is little risk if you don't like the program, or if the purchase price at the end is something that you can't get approved for, then you can just walk away from the home, potentially no penalty. So without actually using the program before, I can't say for 100% how everything works, whatever, but I really like what I see from that program. So I'm gonna keep my eye out in that program in 2023, and I'm gonna get back with you guys with another video more in depth about Pathway Homes. And so right now we're gonna keep them at number 5. So coming in at number 4, we're gonna go with Divi Homes. Now, Divi Homes is one of my favorite programs in 2022. If you follow me, you know that I've helped numerous of people get approved with Divi Homes. But in 2023, I think there's a lot of programs that came into the space that are actually they're just better suited to help people get into a home and get the home purchased after you get ready to buy it back. And so one of the things that I dislike about Divi is how they set up their buyback price. And so that's the major reason why I have them in number 4 versus higher up on my list. The buyback price for Divi is set up at 18 months and then 36 months. And so it's not broken down year by year like other programs are, where at the first 12 months you could buy it back at a least expensive price, and then second year, third year, so on and so forth. So until they fix their buyback options, I'm gonna keep Divi down at number 4. And there's a 2% down payment required whenever you purchase a Divi home. So if you can't afford the house after the 3 years, then you lose that 2%. So until they fix something with their buyback process, I just think that there's more programs that's coming into the space in 2023 that are just more reasonable, and it's going to help a lot of home buyers purchase the home and being able to purchase the home from that company when they get ready to buy it back. So for right now, we're leaving Divi at number 4 until they do something with that buyback price. Coming in at number 3 for my rent-to-own, lease-to-own programs in Florida and Georgia in 2023, we're gonna go with Home Partners of America. Home Partners is fast becoming one of my favorite new programs, just for the simple fact that this program is probably the least expensive to get into, and is also carries the least risk. As far as if you're coming from out of state and you're looking into a certain area, you're not really certain about some of these areas in the school system. You know, the realtor, we can only supply so much information for you. You may move into a community and you might not even like your neighbors, and potentially want to move just because you don't like the neighborhood or the neighbors once you get into the community. So well, Home Partners is a lease-to-own program. Requires 2 months rental deposit in order to get into it, then your month-to-month rent. But if you choose not to purchase that home, as long as you don't damage anything inside the home, you get your 2 months deposit back, and you just basically rented the house for a year or 2, and you move on to the next home without losing anything as far as your deposit or any down payment on the purchase price of that home. So Home Partners is definitely one of those programs that I think in 2023, a lot more people are going to be leaning toward the Home Partners route. Especially here in Florida, because we get a lot of people moving down here from up north, and they just really don't know these communities. And so Home Partners is going to be at number 3 right now, but look out, they may sneak up into the top 2. But Home Partners is also one of the only programs that is an application fee associated with Home Partners. They have a free application process that kind of gets you it kind of lets you know if you can get approved or not, if you're a good fit for the program. And if you pass that part, then they give you the option to move on to the application. There's an application fee, I believe is either $79, $90. It's somewhere in that range between $80 and $100. But it's one application fee for the entire family. It's not per person or whatever. So one application fee, and then you move forward the program. But yes, Home Partners is definitely becoming one of my favorite rent-to-own, lease-to-own programs here in the Central Florida, Georgia market. All right, guys, we're down to our top two. So coming in at number 2, we got Landis Homes. Now, Landis is one of these programs that kind of snuck up on me because when I was using Divi during this past year, whatever, this company just kept popping up. You know how when you looking at certain type of things on your phone or whatever, it's just like you start getting marketing from other companies. So I kept seeing this company Landis, and so I started doing more and more research on Landis. And it seems like everything that I disliked about how the Divi program was operated, Landis kind of took that and ran with it. That's why they're at number 2. Landis is pretty much an identical program to the Divi rent-to-own program, except for their buyback price and the purchase price is a little bit different. So with Landis, first of all, the buyback price, which I love, is 3%. So if they purchase the house, it's only 3% after the first year, and then it goes up every year after that. But that 3% buyback price is one of the best in the space. You know, there's no other program besides, especially in our that was in our top 5. That's buyback prices is inexpensive as it is with Landis, except for the company that's going to be number 1. But at number 2, this company does everything right. It purchased the house in cash, so you can still put competitive offers up without overpaying. I love the fact that they do an appraisal, so you know how much the house is valued at. And then going into it, we're going to have an inspection done. So everything that Divi does, this company does, except for the buyback price, is a lot better for you. And then you get an appraisal. Divi does an appraisal, so you don't really know what the house is worth. You know, just know what you paid for and what you have to buy it back at. You don't really know what the house is currently worth at the moment that you buy it, whatever. So Landis takes all this stuff into consideration, and they've done their research. They listen to the agents that support the program, and I've started to convert a lot more people from Divi and some of the other programs into Landis because it's just a lot better program for them. Now, Landis has recently done some changes, so their credit score requirements used to be down in low 550. Down in 550. So they've increased that currently because just waiting on the market to kind of settle down. So right now, the credit score criteria has went up. I believe it's at 620 currently. I have to double check that, but I know it's above 600. You have to have above a 600. I think it's a 620 range in order to get approved with Landis right now. But they're currently not purchasing any more homes until after March, and then they're gonna continue their operations. And so that's here in Florida. I'm not sure about in other areas, but that's just the conversation I had with one of the representatives from Landis, that they were stopping all purchases down here in Florida until March. And so we'll wait till March and they'll start back up. But I believe that the credit criteria may be staying somewhere in the same ballpark, even when they do start back purchasing in March of 2023. But we'll keep an eye on that. I'll do an updated video once I get more information on Landis and how they're going to do operations moving forward. But yes, definitely, Landis is definitely one of my top 2 programs as far as rent-to-own, lease-to-own programs moving forward into the 2023 space. So guys, we're down to my number 1 rent-to-own, lease-to-own program here in Florida, Georgia, going into 2023. And it's none other than Trio. Now, what makes Trio so much better than these other programs is the fact that the buyback price is no fees associated with it. So whatever the price that they purchased the home for, that's the same price that you can assume this mortgage for. They do not purchase the houses in cash, which is the only knock I have on this company. Because they're a mortgage lending company, they're just gonna finance that house for you. And then once you get ready to get home buyer ready, you just assume that mortgage from them. So one of the other beautiful things about this program, the same money that you're paying rent. There's no money stacked on top of this, whereas you're paying a rental payment and then you have an equity payment or whatever attached to that to save for a down payment. The same money that you're paying for rent is the same money that's going to be used to assume this mortgage. And so with each loan, there's always closing costs associated with these mortgages or whatever. So the same money that you're paying them for rent is the same money that's going to be used to as the closing cost to assume this mortgage. And so, yeah, how can they make money? Well, they're a mortgage lending company, so they make their money when you assume that mortgage, just like any other lender would. They make money on the points on the interest rate or whatever. So, you know, you don't marry the interest rate. So if it's the interest rates that's maybe a little high, you can always refinance at a later date. But this program, as far as helping you get into a home and buy a home, it's going to be one of the best programs out there in 2023, especially in Georgia. And they're getting a larger footprint down here in the Florida area. I know we have a huge presence with them here in Central Florida, and they're growing to more areas here in Florida. But in Georgia, definitely, it's been in Georgia for years, and they've been helping a lot of people become homeowners. They actually have their own inventory that's available in Georgia. So this is one of my favorite programs going into 2023. They do not buy the house in cash, but the market is kind of shifted, so we don't necessarily need to buy everything in cash anymore with these lease-to-own programs. You know, we can go back to traditional ways of doing things. And with this program, I really feel like it's going to help a lot of people become homeowners. And if you need any information in regards to how to apply for any one of these programs, whether it's Landis, Trio, Divi, Home Partners, Pathway Homes, I'm familiar with each and every last one of these programs. I'm able to guide you in the right direction, you know. So each one of these programs have different criteria as far as what they look for and what you can qualify for. So I can kind of point you in the right direction as far as which program I think will be better suited for you. And if you're looking to purchase one of these homes, please feel free to reach out to me. My name is Desmond Combs with Combs Premier Realty Group, and I look forward to hearing from you soon.